Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. Friday, wrapping up the work week, kicking off the weekend. Hey, long weekend here in North America. I don't know how many other people are celebrating that. Our Labor Day weekend, kicking off a holiday weekend, the last holiday weekend of the summer. We're rolling into fall. Don't know where summer went, just like that, man. It's gone. And I've got another fun album. Soundtrack for Pulp Fiction. You remember a few weeks ago we did the soundtrack for Reservoir Dogs, another Quentin Tarantino movie. And I'll tell you, there's something about Tarantino. The look of the movies, the cinematography, the soundtracks he put in. I mean, his stuff is just classic. The soundtracks, a lot of familiar tunes, some obscure ones, but they all just seem to fit. He does a great job putting together a soundtrack for his films. I just recently rewatched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'll tell you, it was great in the sense that it wasn't overdone with the violence like sometimes happens with Tarantino, right? Sometimes it's a little overdone. This one, not so much, but the performances were just excellent. The cast he puts together, the way he films it, the whole look of the picture, the soundtrack, everything. The dialogue, I mean, it's just so great. You have to check it out if you haven't seen it. Except for maybe the last half hour gets a little wild there, but I mean, Brad Pitt, excellent job. It was just great to see the actors, the people he pulls in from outside. They have little bit parts that do things marvelous. I'm trying to think of who my other guy is. I've forgotten it now because I'm all in a flutter here, excited about the album, but it'll come back to me who we're looking for. Two leads in that, just fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at Pulp Fiction while we're going here. From the motion picture, this is quite a while ago. And again, it's similar in format to Reservoir Dogs. We've got dialogue and we have music. Now, remember, we're talking Tarantino. Not all of the dialogue may be suitable. Just giving you that heads up ahead of time. Music's great. Dialogue might be all right. I don't see a parental warning on this one. So I'm not sure just how much. I kind of just skipped through the songs on this and didn't really get into the dialogue as much. I know on Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs there was some warnings, but remember who you're listening to. Okay, let's take a look, see what we've got on here. We've got Misery Lou performed by Dick Dale and his Deltones. A little surf music in there maybe. Jungle Boogie by Kool and the Gang. We have a song. Nope. Sorry. We're just doing a little scouting here on the thing. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I thought you were looking at Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. No, I'm on Reservoir Dogs right now. But thanks very much. That was great. Let's Stay Together, performed by Al Green. Bustin' the Surfboards by the Tornadoes. Or the Tornadoes, whichever way you like that one. Lonesome Town by Ricky Nelson. I was listening to Ricky Nelson just the other day doing the Garden Party song. I mean, that was great. I remember, and I was going to cover Ricky Nelson here one other time here. We haven't got around to him yet. I can remember seeing him back in the 60s when he used to do a little thing at the end of the TV show on Ozzie and Harriet. Once in a while they would feature him. Garden Party was an excellent tune that came out quite a few years later. Lonesome Town, boy, this brings back some memories here. Son of a Preacher Man by Dusty Springfield. There's a classic right there, man. Bullwinkle Part 2 by the Centurions. Never Can Tell, performed by Chuck Berry. You're never going to go wrong with some Chuck Berry in there. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon by Urge Overkill. If Love is a Red Dress, Hang Me in Rags, Maria McKee. Boy, there's a tune you don't hear often. Comanche by the Revels. We got Flowers on the Wall. there's an old classic. I remember posting something about this when the pandemic hit, about the guy saying, counting flowers on the wall doesn't bother me at all. All this thing about don't say I've got nothing to do, putting in time. Same with the pandemic, we were all sitting in here just, staring at the walls waiting for the pandemic to end. And this was with the Statler brothers. So pretty diverse group. Oh, we got another one up here. There you go. How could I forget? Thanks very much. Leonardo DiCaprio, man. That's who was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he did an excellent job. I mean, there was a couple times I think he was channeling Jack Nicholson in there, but hey, Leonardo may not get enough credit for what he does. It was just great, some of the scenes he had. And again, if you haven't seen this movie, if you're not a Tarantino fan, just turn off the last half hour. But I mean, how he puts this together, it's just amazing. Great movie. Let's get back to Pulp Fiction. This was one, came out, we had Reservoir Dogs first, kind of got everybody's attention. By Pulp Fiction, he's really hit his stride. And he's getting a lot of superstars joining in on here. We had Harvey Keitel, we got Bruce Willis. I mean, all these guys jumping in to be as part of Tarantino's group. And Brad Pitt, the same way when I mentioned him earlier, he did a couple of movies with him where once you're in Tarantino's clan, you get pulled in to fill in a lot. Kurt Russell, how many movies has he done? Quite a few with him, you know. He's got a bunch of regulars he likes to bring in, and I'll tell you, it's just part of his trademark. Anyways, but we're back to the Statler Brothers. Quite a diverse section here. We're from country to surf music to rock and roll. Surf Rider with the lively ones and some speaking. Now, speaking ones, we've got Samuel Jackson, we've got Tarantino, we've got John Travolta, we've got Bruce Willis, we've got like a lot of great stars. It is just a fun album, a lot of great music. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, these tunes are just a lot of fun. Something great for the weekend. Some people you might want to check out on here. Again, this is a great way to get exposure to some players you don't know. But I'll tell you, he does an excellent job of putting together a soundtrack for his movies. And if you grab one, you're not going to go wrong with Tarantino. Okay, that's it for Friday. Been a busy week. Hope everybody had a good time this week. Everybody stayed safe. We're into a holiday weekend here. Everybody enjoy your time off. We'll be back on Wednesday because holiday weekend Monday. We're probably going to take that day off, right? We'll see you Wednesday next week. Till then, everybody, take care. Stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.